All right, so we've talked about escaping side control with kind of a traditional holding position with the arms on each side of our body, which is usually the case. But every now and then, you'll run into someone that likes to put both their arms on the near side, one to block your head and one to block your legs. So it has a very good, reasoning behind it that makes sense. But then it opens up another direction. All right, and that's one thing as you develop your escape skills, to be able to read which door is open and which ones are closed. All right, so we're going to talk about a different door this time. Whereas, well, here, let's start this way. Earlier in our escapes, you can see that the door is here. His arm is not over there by my hip. All right, so everything for me is creating that space to get my first knee and elbow together. Okay. And that's usually going to be the case, all right? However, there are some occasions where someone will put both their arms on the near side and block our knee from being able to reach our elbow, okay? So like I said, good reasoning behind it. Now, anything I do going to my right side was very difficult, all right? So, now that you can see what kind of situation we're in, let's look at what I'm going to do. Okay, so right now it's my left elbow trying to block Dylan and get to my right side, okay? But knowing now that I need to escape to my left, I need to now position my right elbow in the other direction, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a little bit of that popping bridge to get a little bit of room for this hand to come through, and I'm going to start to turn away from him and use my elbow against his chest. Look how everything is tight to my body. I'm not opening up a lot of space or anything like that, keeping everything in, but my elbow is here, blocking him from being able to chase me, okay? And all I need is just enough space to get my shoulder out, okay? So I don't want my shoulder to stay underneath, now I can't go, all right? But once I raise my elbow away from my body, you see how that gives me the room for my shoulder to come out. Now, I'm going to look to take a couple steps. 1, 2, maybe even 3. Okay? So, I'm just creating a little bit of a separation, and I'm charging myself up for a small inversion. Okay? So I'm here, boom, 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 until this leg can step over. Okay? Here. As I go into my shoulder, I'm going to lift my hip and just roll right back, bringing my legs back around Dylan and in between us. Okay? So, again, let's go this way. He blocks the near side. No leg, it's blocking my head. Okay? So I could change the position of my body. So I'm going to shrink and use my left elbow to give room for my right arm to come through and then lock my right elbow. Freeing my shoulder, keeping Dylan away from me so he can't chase me. Okay? The more comfortable you get with your inversion, the quicker you can do those steps. Okay? But if you feel like you need to kind of walk into it a little bit, that's fine. All right? Otherwise, as soon as I lock my elbow on, I can go straight to this little inversion. Look how my left leg is going to find his ribs in his body, as my right leg, almost like I'm doing the splits, is going to be far away, okay? I don't want to come too close to him and allow him to block my leg, okay? I want to go far away so I know that he's going to land in front of me inside my guard, right? One more time. They'll go back here. All right. I feel the blocks. Boom, boom. And he's back in my guard. The most difficult part of this escape is just the inversion itself, which a lot of our mobility drills that we do to develop our guard retention and hip mobility will make that movement seem much easier or feel much easier than what it seems right now, okay? So, during those warm-up drills and, those movements that you can even take at home and practice at home, once you get the movement down, the way it applies in a technical fashion becomes much easier, all right? But this one is one of those moves that you're going to be doing basically forever. So you definitely want to get yourself comfortable in some of those, sort of inverted upside down positions, and that'll take your guard mobility and guard options through the roof. Because if you can do that, you can do anything.